Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, it is Faction Ass time. There it is, that's what it says, Faction Ass. Get involved in some Faction Ass. It's actually Faction Assault, so it's Umbral Nexus, going to show a really cool no mythic team for this, which will be good for literally any player of any level. And it's going to be super effective, even on those hardest levels at level 500. In fact, it works even better at that stage, which is really cool. But first of all, make sure you grab your required tiers. At tier 1, you get the very useful Potion of Enchantment, enchanting all allies at the start of battle for this event only. But do bear in mind, if your horde level is at level 100 or more in the Umbral Nexus, you will already have a Potion of Enchantment stored. So no need to actually buy that tier from here, unless you're going to buy more tiers, in which case you need to buy them in order. For example, if you've still not got Darkborn Warlock in your squad of troops, you can pick it up at tier 3. Same as if you're missing the Umbral Tome at tier 4, you can grab it from there. Dealing magic +1 damage to all enemies, boosted by Umbral Stars. Not a bad weapon at all, but let's dive into the battle then. I've skipped out the first couple because they are so super duper easy, it is ludicrous. But I'll just show these last couple of battles, then we'll jump into the Delve itself, level 500, show this team when it starts to get really meaty. But a really cool team. Now I did show this about a year ago when Charleston was still a thing, before her and the rest of her Pathfinder buddies got nerfed into utter oblivion, so we got to change things around a bit. But in a way, I actually prefer this kind of team a little bit more, because Zernabog creates plenty of brown, which is what we need to make this team super effective. Conjure a dust storm when its turn begins. That is brown, so we get a non-stop dust storm, non-stop brown, all the while Zernabog is alive and well in the team. And the spell creates 10 brown gems and explodes magic +1 gems. So really, really cool for generating stacks of brown. And these two here, basically the meat and bones, if you like, of the team. But even though these two troops are here, they kind of do a load of work, but in the background, which is really, really cool. The fact we're going to have some skulls on the board, and we're going to have a high level of attack, because Mang eliminates all armor from an enemy, then deals magic +1 damage, then gains attack equal to the armor eliminated. So on those super high level delves, we can get literally 1,000 attack. So easy, it is crazy, and just absolutely blitz through the enemy. And this will work, like I say, if you're any level of player, which is really good. So the Great Worm kind of helps out in the background by just simply creating 2 skulls when its turn begins. This is a nice amount. It's not overloading the screen with skulls, meaning you get a load of retaliation skull hits from the enemy back if you can't align a 4-match or, you know, at the same time, or get a double skull drop and things like that. Don't really care about that damage to all. It's all about that creating 2 skulls. So that's working in the background. And Alderfather is also working in the background, entangling a random enemy when matching purple, which we do to charge up Zernabog, and indeed himself if we want to go about doing that. So entangling is useful, because obviously with those skulls on the board, we don't want to receive a load of skull hits ourselves. And basically, if we entangle the top couple of troops, for example, then we are safe from those skull hits. And we have the option as well of transforming red to purple and yellow to skulls, which can be absolutely deadly, because the power we're going to have when we charge up our Mang, the skull hits are going to be absolutely terrifying. So that makes it a really nice option to have, as well as that last part there, the Summon a Treant or Green Golem. Really good. One of the things I started to do as an early player on these kind of things was I always wanted to summon in the team somewhere, because I wasn't very powerful. It's like if I lost a troop, it's really nice to have a summon in the team. And Swordfather gives those options, as well as that safety net of the entangle a random enemy when matching a purple. Now, Geomancer is very much a fantastic class for this. All constructs start with 50% mana, which is really, really cool. We can have Impact, we can have Anti-Magic Sphere, we can have Tactician. Rock Solid, gain a barrier when matching brown gems. Now, imagine all the brown we're making in this team, non-stop, with Zernabog. We're going to have a barrier pretty much constantly. As well as that entangle, we're going to be pretty much safe from this, unless you just make some really bad decisions during the game, or are unlucky to like an almost impossible degree. Stone Mastery, gain bonus brown from brown gem matches. And Fortitude, immune to stun, poison, disease, death mark, lycanthropy, and devour. Right, let's jump in then. +2 brown, +1 purple banner for this, -1 blue. I'll show what banner that was when we get into the underworld itself. So obviously if you get like a match like that, you may as well take it. Every time we get brown, we're going to be safe. They'll just bash these things out of the way. Yeah, super duper straightforward on the early stages. Let's blow some stuff up, see what happens. And initially, just the strength of Mang will be enough to actually get by these early opponents for a lot of people. And if you get some random just skull matches because of the way the Great Worm creates those matches, then obviously things can happen kind of automatically as well, which is very cool when that happens. People just die sort of one after the other, and it's like, oh, like then, didn't do anything, just someone just said, oh, I think I need to die. And so they did. But a lot of the board, automatic round matches, very, very straightforward. If you're not going to kill them people straight away with the skull hits, obviously use Mang first to strip away the armor and do that damage while boosting up your own attack at the same time. Right, let's copy that team and jump into the underworld. Right, the banner for this is actually the Petrified banner from Hellcrag. +2 brown, +1 red, -1 blue. If you want to play it extra super safe, you can actually have 2 times the Order Father instead, meaning you entangle 2 random enemies when matching purple, which is pretty nice, and just take the skull matches as and when they appear. That is a nice, even safer way to go about it. But let's get this team copied and go to the underworld. Let's dive into the Umbral disc. Where is it? This one's down the bottom, isn't it? Is it down the bottom? Yes. Right, let us jump in. Yeah, let's chuck this team in. And go for it. So, like I say, just providing you manage your barriers okay when you're collecting brown and things like that. Like you could even do like some kind of almost advanced tactics if you like. Like I could collect this brown, knowing I'm technically leaving them a skull hit, but I won't be because I'll collect barrier. When they collect that skull hit, which I didn't decide to do, but they will often do that, all that would happen was they'd have taken away my barrier. But at the same time, because I've got impact, that still classes as skull damage because they removed my barrier. And then that troop would have lost their traits, which is rather useful. But as it happens, I'm still going to do that. So let's take away their armor. There's that skull hit, look. They've been stunned. Lost their traits. Left them vulnerable to our much more mighty attack now, and we can wipe them straight out. When we cast this, we're bound to get some brown straight away. Charge up Mang again. There's another absolutely lethal skull hit. If you want even more attack, you can just obviously just keep on charging up Mang again. Like, I could do that now. I've got my barrier. I could go, okay, let's take away your armor. Go on then, you do that skull hit. Don't then. I'll just get an automatic one and win that way. That's technically a slower way of going about it by not casting Mang twice. I do like to cast Mang at least a couple of times, get it really charged up. It's a lot of fun on these levels when the enemy's got crazy stats and you just blitz through the enemy one at a time, just smash them into oblivion with skulls. It's really good. Got to be wary of these things here though, these lamias. This is actually quite important because charm a random enemy. If an enemy dies, gain 8 attack. When you charm someone, you deal its attack as damage to the troops above and below. So don't cast Mang when you got this troop here. I'm actually quite happy this happened like this because something I've been meaning to mention before, and it's not been ideal for the video. The situation hasn't come up, but now it has. So really good chance to mention that. Just watch out for that Lamia. Look, I don't want to cast it Mang just yet, just in case it decides that Mang is the troop that it decides to charm, and we just cast God knows how much damage on our own troops. So let's do a bit of damage to all then. Might as well just chuck a bit of that in there, being as though Lamia decided didn't want to cast, but now it has. We can boost up our attack to 427. Right, now we can get going a bit more properly now. Can you look out for this? Red to purple, yellow to skulls. That is very nice indeed. Thank you very much. May as well grab them, see if we get any nice cascades. Smash them out of it. This is level 500, remember. I've still only cast my Mang once. Let's do it again. 734 attack. Do we have yellow to skulls? Not in a particularly great way. Red to purple. Not brilliant. Let's change the board then. Got a barrier, remember, so if we get unlucky like that, it really doesn't matter. It's all good. We'll take that. It's just going to give us a nice skull bash. And done. Can actually work way faster than this as well if you get a little bit of luck with the skulls. And the way things fall and that sort of thing. It's still pretty groovy. Always good to get barrier. Collect brown when you can. Keep yourself safe. Right, let's start getting some serious attack going this time. Let's cast. This is bound to get ourselves charged up really quickly. Look at that. Madness. Just got an auto kill there because that 2 skulls, a great worm appears, just obviously create some skulls somewhere and just obliterated. 956 attack. One shot killing these enemies on like ludicrous levels. Absolutely nutty. There we go. This is more like it. Like I say, if you can't collect brown, which is going to be unlikely because of that brown storm, then you can collect purple. You get purple matches randomly as the skulls and the mana drops down. Little gem cascade, you'll get automatic brown, automatic purple matches. It's added 600 to our attack already, 616, absolutely nutty. Not worried about casting Great Worm's spell. Look out for yellow to skulls, we've got a nice 4 match there. Serious pain for the enemy. Do like to collect brown though, so if you've got a situation like this where there's quite a lot of skulls but this is charged up, really good thing to do. You can auto match brown, save us from any skull retaliation. Totally unnecessary, but let's go for 1000 attack. There's an auto kill. What have we got next? Let's do this again then. See if we can collect that first. Entangle that top trooplet. Completely safe from any skull damage. We've got yellow to skulls. The bottom troop was entangled. It's even better, but yeah, just another auto kill. didn't do anything for that last one. Like I say, you don't have to go with the Great Worm for this. If you want to keep it absolutely super safe, you can go with 2 times Order Father instead to double up on the entangles when you collect a purple. I didn't actually realise that was the last room. That was so straightforward. Thought there was another one, but didn't actually realise that was the mythic room. But yeah, very straightforward and easy. But there's the team, there's the video. If you enjoyed it, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. And feel free to share the video amongst your fellow Gems of War players and to chuck it anywhere you like. That is muchly. That is greatly appreciated too. But thanks for watching and bye for now.